Hi, this is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So, how's all my fans doing out there tonight? This is Sunday night for me. I don't know where you're at, but I'm going to start the class quickly because I'm real busy today. And that way you guys can focus on what I'm saying when I'm teaching class, okay? But my show is called Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So during class, I might speak spontaneously. Last class, something came up that was in my life, real in my life, and it's a simple thing about glasses, nothing goofy or anything. And so there will be times I may speak during class that way. So when I spell words for you, I've decided then I'm going to reread what I read the last sentence or two, because when I have to stop and spell it for you and really clarify it, because you're not going to learn it if you don't have a clue how to spell it, and what it looks like. So once I have to spell a word for you and sound it out and say it over and over crystal clear, I will repeat the one or two sentences prior to that. Okay, let's get started. You ready? Okay, we're going to learn biology. Here we go. And the title of this biology class is Following the Path of Nerve Impulses. Okay? Nerve impulses pass through a neuron. Shh, I gotta talk soft. Nerve impulses pass through a neuron in about 7 milliseconds. That's faster than a lightning strike. This is exactly what they're telling you. The sections that follow explain how a nerve impulse moves through a neuron and how it then makes its way from one neuron to the next, okay? And this title, there's another title, and it says, traveling from one end to the other. Traveling from one end to the other. Before a nerve impulse, so the two words kind of go together. Before a, quote, nerve impulse, unquote, nerve impulse can enter the brain, it must first pass from one side of a neuron to the other, period. When a neuron is inactive, just waiting for a nerve impulse to come along, the electrical differences across the nerve cell membrane is called its resting potential. I have to talk softer. There's people down there. In this state, the neuron is polarized with sodium on the outside of its membrane and potassium on the inside, okay? On the inside, okay? A neuron is polarized when the electrical charge on the outside of its membrane is positive and the charge on the inside is negative, okay? You guys with me? Are you with Miss Melinda? Okay. Okay, here's the next page. The outside of a polarized neuron contains excess sodium ions, and then it's Na. We're going to keep getting these little letters, okay? I have to Google what it means. Let's just learn the class and we'll get back to the little letters in parentheses. So let's start over. The outside of a polarized neuron contains excess sodium ions. Na in parentheses. The inside of it contains excess potassium ions, and then it's in parentheses the letter K, little K. How can the charge inside the cell be negative if positive ions are present? You ask, question mark? Well, comma, the cell pushes out greater numbers of small letters N like Nick, A like apple. N is uppercase, the A is little and down a little bit. And then they started having stars or crosses. They're so tiny I can't tell if it's a star or a cross. Then the number of K, and it has a cross or a star up above it to the right of the K. We'll have to get back with those little letters. Let's just try to learn the class. It pulls in. We could still learn the class, even with the little letters, we don't know yet. Okay, so it pulls in. So the cell becomes more positive outside and less positive, hyphen, or negative, hyphen, inside. Okay, you guys with me? Yeah? Okay. Following is a description of the process that causes a resting neuron to send a nerve impulse and then return to a resting state, semicolon. Number 1, title, sodium ions, I-O-N-S, I like I like, and on like it goes on the table, and S. So sodium ions, number 1, sodium ions move inside the neuron's membrane, causing an action potential, okay? An action potential is the wave of electrical activity that represents the nerve impulse, period. When a stimulus reaches a resting neuron, comma, the gated ion channels on the resting neuron's membrane, those words all go together. The gated, I don't know what gated means, but it's G-A-T-E-D, like gated, I guess. The gated ion channels on the resting neuron's membrane open suddenly, allowing the Na, that's the little letters we get, the two little letters or one little letters. Okay, this one, allowing the Na star cross up at the top of the right of the Na that was on the outside of the membrane to rush into the cell. As this happens, you guys with me? Okay? Are you with me? All right, we're already on page 5, so we're moving fast. Okay. Let's go. The neuron becomes depolarized. More positive ions go charging to the inside of the membrane, making the inside of the cell positive as well. Each neuron has a threshold level. The threshold is the point at which there's no holding back after the stimulus goes above the threshold level. After the stimulus goes above the threshold level, more gated ion channels open, comma, allowing more Na with a star or a cross. My vision can't tell which it is. It's real tiny. And so let's go back here. More gated ion channels open, comma, allowing more Na star inside the cell. This causes complete depolarization of the neuron, comma, creating an action potential. In this state, the neuron continues to open Na cross or star, whatever it is, channels all along the membrane, creating all hyphen or hyphen none, all or none, creating all or none phenomenon, creating all or none phenomenon. Okay, period. all or none, or all or none. You guys with me? Okay? All right. All or none means that if a stimulus doesn't exceed the threshold level and cause all the gates to open, comma, no, let's see, no action, potential results, hyphen, not hyphen, potential results, colon. Shh, I gotta talk softer. Potential results, colon. After the threshold is crossed, comma, there's no turning back, hyphen, hyphen, complete. Complete depolarization occurs and the stimulus is transmitted. Okay, and then we start a new paragraph. When an impulse travels down an axon, covered by, I gotta move back some. I'm a little too, I have to have my torso showing. Okay. There we go. Okay, new paragraph. When an impulse travels down an axon covered by a myelin, M-Y, like my, E-L-I-N, by a myelin sheath. It goes together. Myelin sheath, S-H-E, sheath. That's easy. Sheath, think of she, and just A-T-H, sheath. She is going to the store, T-H, A-T-H. She is going to the store, A-T-H, sheath. So let's start from the beginning since I had to spell. When an impulse travels down an axon covered by a myelin sheath, comma, the impulse must move between the uninsulated gaps that exist between each Schwann cell, S-C-H-A-A-N-N, Schwann cell. These gaps are called the nodes of the Ranvier. Ran like you ran to the store. Vier, V like victory, I like ice, E like Edward, R like rice. So these gaps are called the nodes of Ranvier, period. During the action potential, comma, the impulse undergoes saltatory conduction, quote unquote. Saltatory conduction, two words that go together. The impulse undergoes saltatory conduction. Think salt as in the sodium ions, okay, that allow this to happen, and jumps from one node of Ranvier to the next node, N-O-D-E, we've heard node, a lot of node, okay, to the next node, Ranvier. Okay, we only got 3 pages left, guys, so this is one of them. All right, let me start from the beginning. Sodium ions that allow this to happen and jumps from one node, N-O-D-E, of Ranvier to the next node, Ranvier, comma, increasing the speed at which the impulse can travel, period, okay? There's number 2. Title is Potassium ions move outside the membrane, and sodium ions stay inside the membrane, comma, repolarizing the cell. After the inside of the neuron is flooded with Na star, the gated ion channels on the inside of the membrane open to allow the K with a star to move to the outside of the membrane. With K star moving to the outside, comma, the cell's balance is restored by repolarizing the membrane. The result is a polarization that's opposite of the initial polarization. Okay? Guys, listening? We've only got three three pages left. Can you stick with me for these 3 pages? Okay? Okay, here we go. An initial polarization, shh, I gotta talk soft, that had Na star on the outside and K star on the inside, on parentheses. Just after the K star, or plus sign, whatever it is, gates, just after the K star gates open, comma, the Na star gates close. Otherwise, the membrane wouldn't be able to repolarize. Number 3, the neuron becomes hyperpolarized when there are more potassium ions, okay, on the outside than there are sodium ions on the inside, okay? When the K star gates finally close, the neuron has slightly more K star on the outside than it has Na star on the inside. This causes the cell's potential to drop slightly. Okay? And we just have this page and a half a page. That's it. So can you guys stay with me? All right, concentrate. Here we go. So continue. Number 3, lower than the resting potential, comma, and the membrane is said to be hyperpolarized. Okay? Period. This period doesn't last long, comma, though. After the impulse has traveled through the neuron, comma, the action potential is over and the cell membrane returns to normal. Number 4, the neuron enters a refractory, refractory period, refractory period, comma, which returns potassium to the inside of the cell and sodium to the outside of the cell. The refractory period is when the Na star and K star are returned to their original sides. That means Na star on the outside and K star on the inside, close parenthesis. A protein called the sodium-potassium pump, PUMP. A protein called the sodium-potassium pump. A protein called sodium-potassium pump. Okay, we got the last page. Are you guys listening? Okay. It's just like 6 sentences. Okay. Returns the ions to their rightful sides of the neuron cell membrane. The neuron is then back to its normal polarized state, which is where it stays until another impulse comes along. That's the end of the class. Now, everything except those two little tiny letters that they kept bringing up in the middle of a sentence. If we just, we don't know what that part means, but if you just listened, I spelled words for you and then I reread the lines before so you weren't lost. So we should have some basic idea of what this class was about, and I suggest you watch every biology class. I'll probably watch them. Tell you the truth, I watch a little when I have time. This show takes 24-hour job here. It's a lot of work, but when I have time, I watch, and I'm starting to listen to what I'm saying, and then I pause it, and then I go to another one, and I listen for a while, and I pause it. But I don't suggest that for you because, for one thing, you're all working on a cell phone, and all that pausing ain't going to work. Not for you. Mine are like files at the top of my monitor screen, So just watch the show over and over and take notes. Always have a pen and paper and take notes, okay? So, how is all my subscribers and fans doing out there? Um, are you out to eat dinner, or maybe it's in the daytime and where you're at? You took the kids, it's still hot in some places. Maybe you took the kids swimming in a lake, or maybe you have a backyard swimming pool. Or have you gone to the movies lately? You can go to all the different museums wherever you live. The closest city, I'm Chicago, born and raised. So we have tons of museums to go to. So just get out there and enjoy life. You know, life is short. So you always want to, if somebody gets you upset, you have to let it go to enjoy your day. You know, you have to let it go to enjoy your day. So we're all working on that. Okay, that's going to be a little bit of Melinda's philosophy. We're going to hit some bumps in the road now and then. We may have days where we don't hit any bumps in the road. I have a lot of days where I don't hit any bumps in the road. But we may hit some bumps in the road, and some could be tough. But you just got to think positive and try not to let it get to you and eat you up, because that's only making the problem worse, you know. And and if you ever want to, part of my requirements is my fans make comments below my videos. So if you don't want Miss Melinda to lose her show, try to make a comment below a few videos. And I want you to focus on biology classes. They're getting uploaded backwards, but you read them in numerical order. Not read, you listen and watch. I keep saying read. You listen and watch. First, you listen and watch. All my uploads, I give it once. I don't do them. I don't post every night now. I upload a bunch at once, and so enjoy all the new uploads when you get them. It doesn't matter what order at that particular time, like, because you're just going to have four or five or three uploads, something like that. Maybe once in a while two. But I'm trying to keep the uploads at least 4 to 5 when I upload. Yeah, because you really have to keep it. I have to make. So I have 1,008 subscribers, so I have twice as much as I needed, but that puts you in a higher income bracket. But I'm only hourly watch time. I just got to, if I do the lower income, I only have to make 3,000 valid public watch hours. But with my 1,008 subscribers, they're wanting me to push 4,000 hourly watch time in only 4.5 months. That's not going to happen. So what's going to happen is I'll end up, if I do make it, and I think I will have 3,000. I have to get 3,000 valid public watch hours. You guys have to watch me, and all 1,008 of you have to add up to a lot of hours for Miss Melinda to keep her show, because I need to start making money. I'm running out of costumes, folks. I got a different costume on every night for you. And I need to make money. I need to buy some groceries. I can't just eat food here. They feed you like the same thing all the time, and not a real lot, and you like to go to the grocery store and buy your own stuff you want to enjoy, some walnuts as a healthy snack, walnuts, pecans, any kind of nuts is healthy. You just got to watch out for the cholesterol in walnuts. But nuts are good for you for snacks, healthy snacks, cheese sticks are healthy snacks, or fruit, that kind of thing. Okay, so you guys enjoy whatever you're doing. Please make comments under my videos, and I will try to reply to as many as I can. That is one of my prerequisites for making money. So I'm down to, I told you I need 3,000 public watch hours. I have, um, I have, I only need 500, I only need 553 public watch hours. And I will have enough public watch hours to make money. And I need to start making money because I'm not the rich and the famous, even though I dress like a Hollywood diva. I do need some money. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. I love all my fans. And those of you who haven't subscribed, subscribe, okay? Subscribe and join the party and have fun. I love all my fans. God bless you. Thank you. I'm going to bed. Good night.